Hey there, welcome to the channel. I'm Ashley, the OG of exterior cleaning on YouTube, apparently. Not my words, the words of a commenter recently. I'm sure there's a few that have been around a similar amount of time as me. But thanks anyway for that. I've had a busy week, roof cleaning this week. Just at this job today, it's a bungalow, but it looks like someone's had a go at this before actually. It's looking a bit patchy up there. But what we're going to do is we're going to get it cleaned. And I'm on my own today. So it's made the week. I've done several roofs this week. And I'm on my own, which makes it even more hard work really. It is handy to have an extra pair of hands. Riley, who normally works with me, has been unwell. So he's been off this week. So I've just been attacking it on my own. So I've done a few different roofs. Found some pictures the other day actually of one of the very first roofs I cleaned over 10 years ago. Can't believe it's been 10 years that I've been cleaning roofs. I've tried virtually every method of cleaning roofs. I don't like using a turbo nozzle on a roof, and I think people come across guys who are doing it that kind of way and it is a bit too intense. I've tried steam cleaning as well. It seems to take forever, so I didn't like that way so much, setting up the steam cleaner in addition to the pressure washer. So this method I'm using with the flat surface cleaner, I love it because you cover the area nice and evenly, because the flat surface cleaner is held at an even distance from the surface. The jets are at that fixed position going over the surface, and they're wider jets rather than a pinpoint jet which you get from a turbo. It's very intense. So by reducing the pressure using a specialist setup, I can really just control the amount of pressure I'm using and the way I'm cleaning it, so I can remove the dirt whilst taking the greatest care of the roof. And like with most pressure washing, it's usually a combination of the chemical treatment and the pressure washing that gets the best results. Because pressure washing on its own, you don't always remove the spores that are in the surface. And so even though you clean it, it can look really clean, those spores can grow again and make the surface look quite dirty again quite quickly. So I always include a biocide treatment with the roof cleaning to kill off that organic growth, and then that's a great way long term to maintain the roof if you have that treatment every 3 or 4 years. Looks like someone's had a go at a treatment here, but actually the neighbours, it's looking patchy. There's a neighbours here, and I've seen it locally actually in a few places where it's been cleaned and you can see maybe a turbo nozzle has been used and it's very uneven, and then as that algae starts to grow back, the patchiness becomes more and more prominent as that growth comes back, and you can see how unevenly it's been cleaned. So the fact that you can do that treatment as well will kill off any remaining algae left behind. So I don't worry about getting it spotlessly clean when I clean it. I want to take the greatest care of the tiles and offer that long-term benefit to the customer with the treatment. Bit tight down here. I like to use the scaffold even though it's a bungalow, because the shorter the pole is, the easier it is to control what you're doing as well. One thing people tend to say to me, I mean, I guess you're going to get the keyboard warriors, whatever, aren't you? I get the odd comment sometimes, well done, now the gutters are full up with all that muck, you know, after a roof clean. And I think to myself, does anyone actually do this kind of service where they would just leave the gutters and not think to clean them out? Does that actually happen? As part of the job, I always clean out the mess we created below the roof we're working on. I mean, all of this all gets cleaned up. I don't always film a lot of the cleanup because I think it's quite boring, really. After we've done the gutters, we do the biocide treatment. That's going to look after the roof long term. It's going to stop all of that algae and then the moss growing back. So we like to clean up, tidy up after, get everything neat and tidy after the job as well. It's all part of the service. We want to leave everything pristine and clean and nice and neat and tidy. The cleanup is nearly half the job, so it's always much better when I've got someone working with me. It makes the day a bit manic when I've got to do all of that myself. So I usually have someone that follows along sort of behind me while I'm cleaning. So I hope Riley feels better soon, because I'm wearing myself out.